What's going on, everybody?
How's it going out there in the world today?
Not much here.
3 dudes, 1 mic. This is great.
First,
And
And in the background, we have the air conditioning system.
yeah, it just shut off for a minute.
We weren't getting shot at. Don't worry.
No, and the AC unit knew. The AC unit was like, look, I think there's some dudes about trying to make something happen. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the AC from whoever's inside the house. Give these guys a good little moment of silence. So I was trying to think of what to talk about today on this episode. And I absolutely had nothing. So there's always that, right? But that's what makes these little episodes so fun, is that it's completely unscripted, which is definitely why we need y'all out there as our subscribers start ramping up to make sure you let us know in the comment section, what you want to hear, what you like, dislike, if you got anything relative or unrelative or stupid or serious to talk about. We'll probably dive into about anything.
we'll cover pretty much anything.
Yeah. So y'all can't see it out there. So in front of us, there's a pool, and I guess those are like some type of palm, right?
Yeah.
They're small, which means they're not like super old palm trees or anything like that. But you can tell they've been decimated by the beautiful Texas weather. And my guess is that they've suffered from how big they kind of look. They probably were a couple years old during the crazy freeze we had that made San Antonio.
Call it a freeze.
Well, it was a freeze and a snow. Yeah, it was a freeze.
No,
It hit like 5 degrees. It was.
I figured. No, did it really get down to 5?
Yes.
And 2020, what was it? 2021?
Yeah.
It got down to 5 degrees. It
Well,
was
see, I'm thinking when you say freeze, I'm thinking more like Michigan, like -16.
No, man. Well, stuff
That's
freezes under
freeze.
32. It freezes.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Well, I'm just
That's
saying.
just freaking science.
No, if it's steady 5 degrees for a minute, I mean, it's things going to freeze. Now, I was, jackass out there when the sun was out in 5-degree weather in shorts and a t-shirt before I changed my mind after 10 minutes. And randomly, too, where I was, there was some dude fucking on his horse in like a residential area. So that was weird. But so, no, I was looking at it. It was kind of reminded me of the freeze. I thought maybe we'd cover that a little bit for those of y'all out there listening who are going to listen to this and go, jackasses, I don't even know what cold is. So yeah, we're based out of San Antonio, and it gets cold, but it doesn't get like cold like, what most of y'all probably are used to. And I've traveled, I've been in winter weather up in the north. So I've been to Boston in the middle of a blizzard, and I know how cold it can get. But when you're acclimated to Texas weather, especially in the South, a cold snap hitting hitting 42 and 40, brrr, it's a little cold. But but it's not like crazy cold. It's just like, oh, I gotta like suit up for it, right? I've heard stories from people that I've worked with, the family, over all the years, just recounting that short little week that everybody turned into like a year-long ordeal that was just a week. But
it feels like a year.
It felt like a year.
I only suffered 12 hours of power outage.
Oh, that's nice.
What did y'all?
On that last, recently or the last big freeze?
The one from like 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I went like 3 days without power.
We went like two, maybe 3 days without power.
Yeah. We had a gas stove, so it's kind of cool. Just turned it on and opened the door. We had a generator and put a box fan pointing towards the back end of the house.
Actually, you know what? I stand corrected. We had power because we're on the same grid as the hospital.
Mm.
So they kept the hospital up and running. So we're on that same power grid. So yeah, we didn't get that. I mean,
You got lucky.
I think it was the water that we didn't have. We had, I mean,
Well,
I want to say we had cases of water. So we're good on water. I mean, you could heat up and boil the water if you needed to,
Mhm.
but yeah, we have somewhat of the necessities. We just didn't really have the running water.
It's funny because the 12 hours, we were fine and kicked back up again.
Yeah.
We were, though, we had one of the copper lines in the laundry room, which was like outside that, it blew.
Oh, I'm sure.
And luckily, we actually were able to call somebody to literally come out and like weld it. They came and it was like 10 degrees outside and they did it. It was a friend of the family's, but made it work. It worked. But so that sucked for a minute. But no, I remember I filled up the bathtub before it was like kicking in. I made sure to fill up the bathtub full of water because they were like, fill it a bathtub full of water, but don't use it as that. Use it as just it's got water in it.
Right.
Or whatever you need to do. So if you need to take from it to cook or in case it starts to freeze, it won't freeze in the bathtub, but it'll freeze coming out. So like your lines will be frozen and you won't be able to get water. So, and then the power came on. I was like, I just let the water go down the drain. We had water again.
Yeah, I had water. I just didn't have power. So it wasn't too bad, but had a fireplace. So, burned the fireplace for days on end.
Nothing, man. Yeah, you had a long. I was working at Target at the time.
Really?
Yeah, I'm ashamed to tell you, listeners, I worked at Target, but I was in management. That's not any better, but because I was in management, I lived all the way across town. I lived 18 miles away.
Yeah.
And they made my ass come in every day of that freeze, except the very last day. And I'd been saying, like, look, you got Johnny on the spot who lives like 2 miles away. He's here.
You got to call the guy that lives 20.
You got fucking Joey over here, man. It's like 5 miles away.
Yeah.
And they can do what I'm doing because the store's closed. Can I just stay home at least one of these days?
Why was it even like open but closed?
Because I was on the food side, and what was happening is because we had intermittent power outages, and then through that freeze, the power got shut off too long that the whole food side got sprayed out.
Go bad.
Well, not just produce, the dairy department, the meat, the seafood, the frozen food, the dairy, all of it. It went out, and it was the power didn't kick back on to keep it cold under the threshold of safety. So we had to spoil everything out. So we had to go get container trucks, like the big semi-container vehicles, and I had to basically just put everything on pallets and take it to the dock and throw it away. Yeah, it was like it was insane, dude. It was like
what you put it in, like one of those watermelon boxes?
It was like, yeah, well, that was just stuff we could do. Once that was gone, yeah, but it was like crazy. It was like $100,000 loss.
Good Lord.
Yeah, man. All that.
It's hard to recoup all that too.
High-end Target shit. Yeah. Oh, the AC kicked on.
He thought he was getting shot.
No, I did.
You ever see that movie, Dan is Near?
Yes.
Yeah. I remember Danny McBride when he starts using all the bottled water to wash himself and feed and all that. Well, when you said about filling the bathtub with water, that reminded me of one guy that doesn't know what's going on. Yeah. And he goes into and takes a bath. That's what it reminded me.
Because he's been asleep, right? He got passed out. I think
he was passed out, and
he woke up when everyone was still asleep, and he was like, la la la, making breakfast. Hey, you guys want some eggs, big?
And then when he turned out to be,
the cannibal.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Was that Channing Tatum? Was the gimp?
Channing Tatum.
It was the little gimp. Was he a gimp or a simp? I can't remember what he was called.
Well, what's the difference?
I don't know. Probably shouldn't try to investigate that on this podcast.
No,
you probably shouldn't.
But hey, look, a volcanic rock. That's how I changed the subject.
Ooh, a squirrel.
piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Squirrel.
Ooh, a piece of candy. How's this weather?
Weather right now is fine.
Yeah, but out west in Del Rio right now, it's not. Tornado warnings going on.
Did you see today one?
And one guy that leaves his phone on.
Yeah, I did. I'm gonna turn it off.
Should have
I
known
think
better.
I think it's 100,000 people from Texas all the way to Michigan are in a massive tornado watch.
Massive tornado. At least EF2.
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
You hear about those two that hit Michigan?
Yeah, I've seen that on the news.
Well, my little sister, she lives in Portage.
Okay.
And one happened in Three Rivers, which is south of Portage.
Mm-hmm.
And then another one happened at, I think it was Union City. That's where it was bad.
Yeah, that's the one I heard
where
about.
It left like a, was it the tri-state tornado that happened? I forgot when it happened, but it left like that scar in the land.
Yeah.
That's basically what it looked like. Was that and that was east of her. So I was like, oh god. I was like, but we called her. She was good. She was good. So I guess I never expected up there because we're so concerned about Texas that we never think like, oh shit, this happened. Like I always thought tornadoes were, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and now knowing, from my wife and all that, it's like New Mexico,
Sure.
Texas, Kansas, and then it goes all the way up.
Yeah, and then the further you get out of Tornado Alley, it's less frequent.
Yes,
but you can't underestimate Mother Nature.
No,
she has the cards. She always has the cards.
Yeah,
she doesn't care about where she decides to sneeze. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I remember my mom telling me. My mom was born in '53, and one of her first memories was like it was like 57. She was like 5, something like that, like 4 or 5. But a tornado came up on San Antonio.
Okay.
And they had to like literally get under the table and react, and it went over the house.
Damn.
But it didn't do like crazy damage.
Yeah.
But it still happened. And then when I was living in San Antonio, I had some friends that lived over for you San Antonios listening. I did I say you San Antonios? You San Antonians. And for all you other cities named San Antonio after listening, there's an area called Alamo Heights, and I remember it was probably maybe 10 years ago, less than, and a tornado came through.
Mm-hmm.
And
10 years?
Yeah. And there was people that we knew living in it was like a weird that was built. It was a one house, and you went up this driveway where you could park. But when you entered, you had to go up a little bit of the stairs. But when you went into the house, it was like a one story.
Okay.
It was long. It was like long. And I remember going in there after it, and they opened the door to one of the rooms, and the whole ceiling was gone. You could see the moonlight, and because it literally ripped off the top of the roof. Another time, I was I was just moving from Austin, and I was moving to San Antonio, but in this interior moment, I was staying in San Marcos, Texas, which if y'all are familiar, San Antonio and Austin is connected by I-35, right? And you have famous cities, that maybe famous to Texas, but maybe some of y'all heard San Marcos and New Braunfels, Texas. They kind of run up in between Austin and San Antonio. But I was staying in San Marcos, and a tornado had touched down on I-35.
Oh, wow.
In San Marcos. And I remember opening a trailer door, and I thought that trailer door was going to like rip off in the wind. And I was concerned because where I was staying at the time, I had to go out of the trailer and run across I don't know, maybe about 300 yards till I got to the actual stone house.
So like 3 football fields.
About 3 football fields. Right?
Where to run?
Like I was like, where's my binoculars so I don't lose sight of it? And it was probably like 50 feet, but it seemed long. It was like that scene in Poltergeist where she just keeps running in the hall. She thinks she's getting close, but she's not.
I'm surprised you didn't pull out the sword and say, I am He-Man.
Huh?
What scene was that?
The Poltergeist?
Yeah.
She's going to try to run towards her kid's door.
Yeah.
And she starts running in the hall, but it like keeps stretching out farther. And she just has to keep like running. And then finally she just finally gets in the first one.
I don't remember that.
That's a crazy scene.
Yeah, it's a wild one.
And then I think that's when she runs up on the door and it's got that orange, like tentacle goo coming off the door.
I'm going to have to rewatch
rewatch Poltergeist. But anyway, the rain was sideways.
Yeah.
And it was hitting me. And I was like, I felt like I was getting literally like pelted with little needles. And check this out. It was like 2 rivers. There was a river that was in front of the trailer, so I didn't have to cross it. But there was a river forming between me and that house. And I had to run fast enough to like get to the car and drive over it. You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. So kind of starts to settle down and people are calling and they're like, dude, a tornado just touched down like right there off the road. They're like, what? I saw video footage of it. It was crazy, man. So yeah, that stuff can happen. You know what I mean? You just never know. You know, in San Antonio, you're like tornadoes. But that's just the way everybody felt too. Our age, we're in our 40s and you know, you're not born here, but you've heard of it. Me and John growing up, you know, probably for 30 years of our life was like, yeah, that one time it snowed when we were 5 and 6.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't
never heard anything about tornadoes.
Not tornadoes, yeah.
Not until we got into our adult years and all that. Well, even that, I don't think I really heard anything until I'd probably say my 40s. I mean, maybe it happened before that or whatever, but I guess we didn't really concern ourselves with a lot of stuff like we do now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
but I will say,
now everybody's concerned about everything.
Yeah.
It seems like.
Did you ever have any crazy?
Yeah, I was on a jelly rig out in West Texas and a tornado hit one time, and we had to hunker down underneath the substructure and hold on. And then one time in Brownwood, we thought one was going to hit, but thankfully it stayed right outside the town. You should have seen me trying to put 5 kids, me and my wife, in one little bathroom.
Get in there, boy.
Yeah, get in there and hold on. But it's not really a tornado deal. Just the once in the oil field out in West Texas. We had to hold on for dear life.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really. It's just because we don't really suffer like crazy natural disasters in San Antonio.
No,
never really have.
just the dry heat.
Just dry heat.
Well, not dry heat. Sorry, but heat.
Occasional flooding.
Yeah, occasional.
But then, I mean, it's not even really flooding.
Damn, the humidity will kill you down here. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, I'm used to it. Like, I mean,
you know, like when it floods, it really, I mean,
sometimes.
Well, I mean, like when I see that, like other places, and when it's flooding, like it's up into the houses. Like I mean, people are in boats.
Yeah, but that's how it was. 2011 when I was working in Alamo Heights at the quarry at the Whole Foods market.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It flooded so bad it literally went over an overpass.
Speaking of Alamo Heights, I hear the Rotary Club kind of ran into some financial issues this year. They're not gonna do the Taste at Alamo Heights for the Fiesta.
What is a Rotary Club?
I don't know what the fuck the Rotary Club is. It was on the news. But they sat there and they ran into some money issues, so they're not going to hold the Taste.
You don't know what the Rotary Club is?
Fiesta.
No, apparently it's a snafu.
It is. That's why it's in Alamo Heights and not freaking, I don't know, Garden Ridge.
Man, FUBAR.
So anyway, the cost of
that's just heinous.
Yeah,
that happened.
that is heinous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
speaking of heinous, I don't know how many people out there watch Law and Order, but every time it comes on, they're talking about the heinous crimes and all the bad stuff in New York.
True.
So
they do say it a lot.
They say it a lot.
But not in a
Why'd
good
you
way.
have to throw New York out there?
Because that's where that show takes place.
That's where it is. Well, you can't be like Law and Order in
Los Angeles,
Chicago.
because that don't.
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Can you imagine if they did a special like a Law and Order Special Victims Unit St. Anne? You know, they could do that.
They could.
We got a crime every day here.
Yeah, I know.
Take your pick.
Somebody's getting shot.
Right. Body found in a barbecue pit. Yeah. Going on the west side.
Yep. What? Body found in the.
That one happened like a long time.
In the ditch and.
Yeah. Well, that happens a lot.
Even here lately, what was it the other day? There was a body and apparently it was a suicide, murder suicide. So all over the place.
You say I don't watch that much.
Well, just know that every day somebody dies of a crime in St. John.
Every day,
and that's why I don't watch it, because a lot of times it's like, why? It's the same thing.
Fair enough.
Like, every single day, it's the same thing, and it's just like, okay, we live in a.
Here's one for you though.
World.
You'd be surprised about how many it's the girlfriend get mad killing the boyfriend or the wife killing the husband in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm. That's why I don't watch it, because it's I'm like, we live in a fucked up world.
And that brings me to my next point, guys. If you're listening to this right now, John's saying right here, do yourself a favor and go to goodnewsnetwork.com. It's a news station that it's literally only good news. You'll see squirrels on a lifeboat having a fun time, or maybe you see Grandma Jack grilling some pancakes for Tony. But it's all good stuff. You know what I mean?
I want to say he's being smartass.
I'm not. Good News Network.
No, it is a good news network, and in fact,
it's only good news.
Yeah, here lately, some of the good news is Punch the Monkey over in Japan. Have y'all seen that one? Where this monkey was basically an outcast. The mom,
the
baby, and the mom disowned it and all that, so they gave it a stuffed animal. Well, now it's getting to associate with other monkeys, playing with other monkeys his age and all that over in Japan.
That's happy and good. That's good news.
That's good news. Yeah. Oh.
In my sick, twisted mind, I just went to that place in my head where I was imagining someone hacking the Good News Network.
No.
And literally putting some real horrible crap on there.
What do you mean, like when the freaking gorillas attack somebody? Or the lions or whatever?
Yeah.
Not circus animal, zoo animal. Freaking.
I mean, something along those lines.
Well, circus animals do attack too.
Yeah, like there's those people out there that like they have and they'll watch the Discovery Channel, but they purposely like won't watch like the episodes like of survival, and if it has anything to do with like Australia or Africa, they're not watching it. Period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or, like, no, because they're like, oh, Discovery Channel. I love learning about the fun monkeys. They're neat and they make cute sounds. And oh, do you know there's an episode or there's a show with Caesar Milan and how to make my dog lick me again, or you know what I mean? Like, but then there's those same people are like, well, but I refuse to watch a lion eat an animal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. There are those people out there.
Where were you going with that?
I have no idea.
I thought it was
possibly a tangent off.
Yeah. I thought you were going to get to a point
which brings me to my next point.
I thought you were going to say like something like in Australia they show those shows where it's like animals mauling humans or something.
No, man.
No.
I mean, that's literally what I thought you were making it sound like.
No.
I was like, oh, okay.
I was trying to find. No, I was just finding a little tangent off of it. But while we're talking about, and I'll rest the point here with the Good News Network, because I don't want to give them too much like free advertising. Please watch some videos. Look at their content. I think you'll like it. It is extremely heinous in its own right. I love it. It's nothing but good stuff. It's heinously awesome.
He's trying to bring that in there good again.
And that comes to the next question. Is he going to ever make heinous cool?
I just did.
No. If it's...
Here you go. You can make it cool like this. Watching that porn was heinous. No, that don't work either. That's bad too, huh?
He has to channel it.
Yeah.
Channel it who?
It doesn't work either. I was thinking more like that skateboarder doing a rowdy nosebleed to a kick flip is pretty heinous. Bro.
Yeah. Well, that'll work.
It's pretty bad.
Yes.
It is. It's pretty bad.
Yes. It's neat.
He is an ass.
As in, that's cool.
It's not going to happen.
It might happen.
It's not going to happen.
Right. Well,
just like corn. Remember? You reference corn when you're trying to say, man, their fucking sale was heinous.
Yeah, corn's heinous. They're awesome.
That they're awfully bad. That's basically what.
No, but I would tell Jonathan Davis to his face, like, let me preface this, brother, because I still need your autograph. I'm going to say something, and it only means good, okay? You're set. This is the word. It's heinous. And I'm telling you, I'm trying to make it a good thing. So bear with me. No autograph? Fuck. All right.
No autograph? That's heinous.
Right? That's when I actually use it for the right term. Like, screw you, man. That's heinous, bro. Why are you not going to give me an autograph?
There is a right term.
That's its original term. I'm trying to use it as
You're
slang.
trying to take the original term and turn it into your own.
Yes, but here's the thing. Heinous still gets to be used as meaning bad, horrible, poopy, heinous. You could also use it for good, or not good, but like awesome, rad, radical. Like I can imagine the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles saying like heinous, to like Master Splinter, even though Master Splinter would be like, you know what I mean? But to the four of them, they'd be like, totally tubular, radical, heinous. You know what I mean?
No,
yes, I can see it. I guess.
No, are you talking about when we're growing up, Ninja Turtles, or the new ones?
No, the better ones growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I still think the new ones were pretty good.
Negative.
You don't like?
No,
I didn't like the new ones either. I liked the ones when we were growing up. I thought they were, I don't know, more with the times, I guess.
More adults.
More adult, yeah.
While being made for kids. You know what I mean?
I mean, don't get me wrong, the new ones are good, but not as good.
Yeah, but the was it part 1 or part 2? But remember, like the Shredder was using the kids to like launder drugs and crap. You know, it was like what? Like, but it was like, yeah, that's the 90s for you. That's
no, he was using them to steal things. Remember, they were stealing TVs?
All right, selling drugs or stealing merchandise.
Same thing.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it got omitted from the script writing, but I guarantee you, when they first wrote the screenplay, they were stealing appliances, TVs, stuff to hawk, right?
Mm-hmm.
That had drugs in them.
Oh, I'm sure. That was the beginning of the fentanyl crisis.
What?
I don't
think they had fentanyl back then.
I don't even think it was invented yet.
Didn't that originate overseas?
Yeah, China.
And then they brought it over here.
Yep. But they use fentanyl for painkiller in the hospital.
I think my mom's allergic to it. Okay, you good thing.
Anyway, I've said my piece. Next.
Oh my god.
Next.
I don't know. I don't have one on that.
All right, man. So, question. Would you ever eat a grub worm off a piece of bark?
No.
No, okay. What are the circumstances? Like, would you have no food?
Yes.
You have, okay, you're stranded. Like, okay, give us that scenario, so then we could probably answer the question.
Survivor Man. Okay.
Never really watched.
Are you on
Like
Survivor
you're
Island?
deserted somewhere, you dropped off somewhere, like
hey, look, it's not freezing
plane crash.
temperatures yet, but you're stranded 500 miles in any direction in Alaska.
Go fishing.
Interesting concept. I'm going to put you in the desert now. Only because that was smart.
What about the Amazon? Like
No.
deep in the Amazon.
Dude, if you were deep in the Amazon, you'd be dead in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Probably 30 minutes.
I've seen arachnophobia.
Have you ever seen Green Inferno?
No.
No.
Okay.
It's
realistic and scary.
Oh, it's oh man, it's bad. Like it's like you thought your horror movies were bad. Like Romero, his horror movies. No, this one, and it's I wouldn't even say it's a horror movie, but it's just about basically it's these activists and their plane crashes, and they end up getting taken by this cannibalistic tribe.
I see.
And that's all I have to say.
All right.
And I if you want to, I'd look it up and maybe watch like 30 minutes of it, and that's it.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's
all right.
I haven't watched it since.
All right. So let's say you're not in a 3-tier jungle system. Right. Look, let's just say you're hard up for some food. You have nothing to hunt with yet because you're a city boy. Like, I never was a Boy Scout, right? So you're just like, I think I'm foraging, right? And you're like, well, I don't recognize this berry, so it might kill me. But your brain's like, well, but if you find any creepy crawly, I mean,
but you don't have any communication devices.
No.
Satellite phone, nothing.
No, you've already drank your last thing of water. The best thing you already know that you can do is light a fire and boil some river water. Cross your fingers.
Clothes on your back, shoes on your feet.
That's it. So then it's like, you're like, I saw this in one of those Discovery channels where the animals didn't eat each other. So I watched it because I'm that guy. And then you're a little squeamish because there's just footage of people eating insects, and you're like, I can handle that. And see this native person like rip open a bark off a tree stump, and this big old globular worm that you almost can see it smile, just like when they eat it, and it busts like a grape in their mouth.
And it's full of protein.
Didn't what's his name?
Very much full of protein. That's why they eat them.
Didn't Bear Grylls do that?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking about.
That's what you're referencing, where they bartender.
Yes.
Like it feels freaking jelly from a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Right, but it's a worm.
I ain't seen that on Shrek.
I'm just saying, would you?
Oh man,
if you had to.
Maybe.
I would probably abstain as long as possible, and then I would probably just like.
I mean, if it was like the last resort, I had to. Otherwise, I was gonna die. I would be. I would hate it. I don't know if I could keep it down, but
you know what would happen in the wilderness, right? You know how Mother Nature's gonna mess with you, right? You're gonna snack on that grub worm. You're gonna get it down, and you're gonna eat his cousins because they were in the same nest, right? And you get them down, right? And everything you can not to regurgitate because you need that protein. You're like, at all costs. And then that's when like a bunny rabbit just kind of like runs and then stops and looks at you, and you're already too weak to react to try to kill it and eat it, which you wouldn't do anyway because you're the Discovery guy that doesn't like to watch animal violence. So you lose the battle of Mother Nature.
I killed the rabbit. It'd be rabbit stew.
No, I've seen.
All right, let me ask you this. Sorry, how are you going to kill that rabbit with like I'm going to kill a rabbit right now?
Huh? Do you have anything?
No, you're
like you don't have a knife, nothing, or
okay. Let's say that you have a pocket knife.
So, I mean, you probably make a
You're gonna
spear.
kill that rabbit with the rock or whatever you have handy.
Bro, let's be realistic. Hold on.
It'd have to be a pretty sizable rock, and your aim has to be.
I want you to think about killing a rabbit without using a gun or a fancy bow and arrow.
You hit it with the stick.
How?
You pop it
Those
upside
things,
the
I
head.
mean,
You are not going to get close enough to a rabbit to pop it. They will run. They're so skittish.
that's true.
If you're good at throwing, you could throw it and hit it.
I would expect anybody to call me out and call me a liar if I said I could kill a fox.
If you could set your hand, throw it, knock it off its feet, you got a chance.
It's just
Of course.
Well, I mean, you have to be pretty stealthy.
Dude, you got to.
Your aim has to be a damn sharpshooter.
Bro, you'd have to literally be like lying and waiting, right?
Like maybe
for that rabbit to come across your view and be like, "Oh, please." God.
If you had a slingshot, maybe that you could.
Yeah, you could
aim it like one of the nice ones nowadays.
Yeah, but we're talking about us.
Yeah,
we're talking about Joe Blow. His plane crashes. Everyone on board's dead.
All you have is a knife.
All you have is a knife.
You don't have anything to tie it with.
Dude, even if you had a melee weapon or whatever, I'm just saying, do you really think you could catch a rabbit in the wilderness?
The only thing you could do is make a spear, but even that, it's just, they're so skittish that
those things run away from wolves.
They hear a leaf.
What you do, though, obviously, is you find a spot where it's running, you dig a little hole, you cover it up with something, and you catch it in a trap. You make a homemade trap. Y'all never, I grew up in the country, so I was taught to kids to hunt rabbits, skin deer, hunt deer with bow and arrow.
You have to know their path.
So you have to know their path, and all you have to do is set up a trap to catch it. Dig a hole deep enough.
Yeah, but you also have to remember that's going to take a lot of energy out of you.
Right.
If you're going to have to dig a hole, you're going to have to tie this, you're going to have to do this. I mean, get the supplies. You're not ruining, you're expending a lot of energy.
Yeah, you are.
So, I mean, that's another factor. You don't have anything to eat. What's fueling you? Nothing.
I would probably just eat leaves from a tree and cut some fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I know back in the the 1800s and crazy situations, they'd eat their shoelaces and their belts and
they're like leather,
you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'd still die.
Was it dysentery?
There was a lot more stuff than hunger that was killing them back then. Yeah. The plague.
Old man Crowley died of dysentery.
Yeah.
Why did you have to go and eat the ox?
Because I thought it was the right choice.
They're not going to get you over the mountain now. And also, why were you going over the mountain in the wintertime? Fools.
Because they wanted to be, I don't know what they
wanted to discover new land, and they discovered death.
And dysentery.
And dysentery.
Why they were done.
Can you imagine they were the first people to find dysentery? And actually were able to
But then why did they call it dysentery?
Because they made it to a town, and they made it to the doctor, and the doctor in the town's like, I've never seen this disease before, this illness.
Yeah. So they named it.
And they were like, otherwise I tell you, this isn't necessary. And then it just evolved into dysentery. It was an audible thing.
But how did they come up with the word dysentery?
It was probably written in the book by a scholar later on in life. It's probably never called that. I don't know, this and that.
Funny. This and that.
This and that.
Dysentery.
Mm-hmm. Dysentery.
Oregon Trail. That was a good game.
It was a fun game.
Remember playing on my mom's old ass computer.
I remember playing it at school on the computer. An old ass computer.
Yeah, I think they actually still have it on the phones. I mean, it's a revised, version.
They do. You can find it on an app.
I might actually go and play it. And I think you still get dysentery.
No, you can still get it.
It hasn't even come out. And you can't even get COVID. You just get dysentery.
Well, because
they should update it.
They should. Yeah. Yeah. Janice came down with HPV or Scotty got gonorrhea from the brothel. Never going back to Gold Mine Town again.
Wow.
Wow. Anyway, we'll leave you with that thought.
Yeah.
On to the next episode.
See
you later, everybody. This is Steven signing off.
Later.
Yeah.